Hey everyone, and welcome! To all of Mr. Cheese students and followers, I know you've been asking for this one. We are about to dive deep and absolutely conquer a question that can feel, well, a little intimidating. But trust me, by the end of this, you'll see it as 15 easy marks just waiting for you. Let's do this.
Protein synthesis. Yeah? Just hearing those two words next to 15 marks can make your stomach drop a little, right? But what if we flip that? This isn't a 15-mark problem. Oh no, this is a 15-mark gift. And right now, I'm going to show you exactly how to unwrap every single one of those points.
Okay, so let's get right to it. This is the exact question from the September 2025 Paper 2. It kicks off with this statement. The sequence of amino acid in a protein molecule is coded for by DNA and RNA. That's the setup, that's our foundation. Now let's start chipping away at the first part.
First things first, we've got to nail the basics, codons and amino acids. You know, the examiners always toss in a few of these at the beginning to check if you've got your fundamentals down. These are the quick wins, the low-hanging fruits, so let's grab them.
Question 2.1.1 is about as straightforward as it gets. Name the site for protein synthesis in cells. It's one word for 1 mark. I bet you're all yelling it at the screen right now. It's the ribosome, the cell's little protein factory. And just like that, by knowing that one simple term, you've got your first point on the board. Easy, right?
All right, now pay close attention here. This table is basically your cheat sheet. And the best part is, they give it to you in the exam. This thing connects the mRNA codons, those 3-letter codes, to their specific amino acids. Getting fast at scanning this table and finding what you need is a crucial skill for what's coming up next.
So let's put that skill to the test. The question gives us this mRNA sequence and asks for the amino acids for triplets 3 and 4. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3. Triplet 3 is GAC. We scan our table, look for GAC, and boom, there it is, aspartate. Now for triplet 4, AGC. Back to the table we go, find AGC, and that's serine. You just write down aspartate and serine, and bam, that's another 2 marks in the bag.
Now, before we tackle the next part, let's have a super quick refresher on what a mutation actually is. You know, in the simplest terms, it's just a change in the sequence of bases. Sometimes these little changes have huge effects, and sometimes, well, let's see what happens next.
And this is a perfect example. The question asks what would happen if triplet 3, which was GAC, mutated into GAU. So we look back at our trusty codon table, find GAC, it codes for aspartate. Now find GAU, wait, it also codes for aspartate. So the key insight here is that even though the code changed, the final product, the amino acid, is exactly the same. This is called a silent mutation. And the marking guide is super clear. You get 1 mark for saying they code for the same amino acid, and a second mark for saying there's no effect on the protein. See how that works?
All right, team, let's level up. We're now moving into the translation process. This is a big one. A full 5 marks are on the table here. Now, whenever you see a question that says, describe the process, a little alarm should go off in your head that says, sequence is everything. Let's look at the exact order the markers are looking for.
And here it is, the play-by-play exactly how they want to see it. Step 1. Each tRNA molecule is carrying its specific amino acid. Step 2. The tRNA's anticodon perfectly matches up with the mRNA's codon. Step 3. The tRNA brings that amino acid over to the ribosome. Step 4. The amino acids get linked together by peptide bonds, forming a chain. And finally, step 5. This chain becomes the protein we need. See how it's a logical story? And for all you high flyers out there, take note. The memo specifically says the sequence has to be right. Nailing this order is what takes an answer from good to perfect.
Okay, we're on the home stretch. This is the final section. And guess what? Another 5 marks are up for grabs. We're comparing DNA replication with transcription. This is a classic exam question, and honestly, it's a total gift if you know the key differences. Let me show you the smartest way to attack it.
But before we even look at the answer, listen up. This is a golden exam tip, straight from the marking guidelines. It says, mark first 2 only. This is so important. It means that even if you're a genius and you know 5, 6, 7 differences, the examiner is only allowed to grade the first 2 things you write down. So lead with your strongest points. Be clear, be confident, and don't waste precious time writing a novel.
This slide just lays it out so clearly. A table is always the best way to show a comparison. So, difference number 1.
For replication, the whole DNA molecule unwinds, but for transcription, it's only a small part of it. Difference number 2, in replication, both strands are used as templates, but in transcription, it's just one. And remember what we just said? You only need to give your 2 strongest points. You write these 2 down clearly and concisely, and you've just locked in another 4 marks.
And that's it. We did it. We've gone through every single part of that massive 15-mark question. So let's just do a quick recap of exactly what you need to do to make those marks yours.
15. That's the number. Not a scary, impossible number, but the total number of marks that are now completely 100% within your reach. When you break a big question down into these small, manageable pieces, it's not so scary anymore, is it? It's just a path to success.
So here's your final checklist. 1. Know your key definitions cold. Ribosome? Easy. 2. Get really comfortable with that codon table. Practice it. 3. Understand the story, the sequence of translation. 4. Memorize at least 2 solid differences between replication and transcription. And 5, maybe the most important of all, always read the examiner's instructions carefully. Things like mark first 2 only are clues to help you win. You see, acing these exam questions is all about having the right technique and getting in the practice, and that's exactly what Mr. Chi is here for. You absolutely have the ability to do this, and with the right guidance, you can walk into that exam feeling totally prepared and confident.
Now, if this breakdown was helpful, you should know there is plenty more where that came from. Make sure you are following Mr. Chi across all his channels for more tips, tricks, and deep dives into life sciences. You can find him over on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and of course, YouTube. Just remember this feeling right now. You just walked through a complex, high-value question and you understood it. Hold on to that confidence. You really, truly can do this. So my question for you is, what's next? What's that other big, scary topic that you want Mr. Chi to break down just like this? Let him know. Drop a comment, share this with a classmate who needs it, and of course, hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in, and happy studying.